The Philadelphia Eagles have now dropped 3 games in a row and face off at home on Monday night against the New York Giants. This Philadelphia Eagles team is 6-3-2 against the spread as favorites this season. So is this a perfect bounce back spot for the Eagles, or will the Giants play spoiler here? I'm Matt Kowal from Sports Memo and Wager Talk. Check me out on Twitter at MoneylineMatt8 so you know when all my official plays are dropping over on Sports Memo. I get free plays, same game parlays. Speaking of same game parlays, if you're watching this Saturday morning before the 4:30 p.m. game, I have an all-day SGP over on my channel. So you definitely want to go check that out. Take advantage of that. Maybe we can get some extra holiday cash. Speaking of things you can take advantage of, use code TAKE20 from Sports Memo and Wager Talk. Get 20% off all access pass for any of your favorite handicappers. That Christmas slate is looking extra juicy. You're going to want some action. Go check that out. Lastly, would greatly appreciate a like, comment, and subscribe. We've been red hot in the NBA this week if you've been watching any of my videos. So would greatly appreciate a like there. Would greatly appreciate a comment with any action that you have going on in this matchup, whether it be a spread play, whether it be a total play, a player prop, anything along those lines. With that being said, though, let's get right into it because right now we have the New York Giants traveling on the road to face off against the Philadelphia Eagles. This is a -13.5 spread for the Philadelphia Eagles. The total in this one is 43 points. And as for the handle, 94% of the money is currently on the Eagles, with 6% going to the New York Giants. And I'm not going to lie, I realize this is a very chalky play, but I completely understand why. It's tough to find actionable information to go with the New York Giants. You know, this is a Giants team that is 2-6 on the road this season. This is a Philadelphia Eagles team that is 5-1 at home this season. In addition to that, you know, this is also a New York Giants team that is 2-5 against the spread on the road this season and 3-5 against the spread coming after a loss. And they lost to the New Orleans Saints last week. That Tommy DeVito magic is finally coming to an end. And, you know, that Saints team really ain't all that good either. They have not been playing that great of football, you know, and they beat this Giants team 24-6. And for me, this is who this New York Giants team is. You know, when they went on their little 3-game win streak, yeah, one was on the road against the Washington Commanders, but the other 2 were at home. And that's really where that New York Giants crowd rallied behind DeVito and rallied behind, you know, the New York Giants. And I just think it's coming to an end. This is a New York Giants team who is dead last without the NFL in terms of passing offense. And I realize the Achilles heel of this Philadelphia Eagles team is their pass defense, but I still just don't think it's going to be enough. They don't have many skilled position players in terms of wide receivers. Tommy DeVito, I'm not sure if he's that guy who's going to be able to carve up some Philadelphia Eagles team on the road in Philadelphia with a hostile environment, hostile crowd, a crowd that's going to be rallying behind their team. In all honesty, I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles won the toss if they didn't receive the ball, because I think Nick Sirianni knows he needs to get this crowd behind him. You know, with a 3-game losing streak, this Philadelphia Eagles crowd is going to be on edge, and they need to get them behind their team as fast as possible. And, you know, the thing is, too, this New York Giants team has one of the worst rushing defenses in all of football, and that's where I think this game is made. They're 29th throughout the NFL in rushing defense, giving up around 131 yards per game. When on the road, they're actually giving up 149 yards per game. And then this is the Philadelphia Eagles team, who has the 8th best rushing attack in all of football. You know, we got DeAndre Swift, we got Jalen Hurts. You can throw in Kenneth Gainwell, Boston Scott, whoever you want. And, you know, it's not just the run game, it's what the run game does for everything else, okay? Because when you're able to run the football like that, you're able to incorporate the play action. And here's the thing with that play action. This New York Giants team is 31st throughout the NFL in terms of getting to the quarterback with 1.7 sacks per game. If you can't get to Jalen Hurts, that is a very, very dangerous thing because, you know, another thing is we haven't seen that Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown combination like we did early on in the season. I think it comes back here. Currently on Monday night, it's supposed to be around 50 degrees in Philadelphia. It's supposed to be a very nice day, or nice night, I should say. Prime conditions for scoring for the Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, that could change. Weather can change in an instant, as we all know, so got to do your own research there. But with that being said, if you're able to incorporate that play action, stick it in that belly, sit back there, Jalen Hurts, 1.7 sacks for the New York Giants, he should have all day. And you're going to be able to, if they're in a man coverage, you got guys like A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith who are going to be able to break away from that man coverage, create plays down the field. If you're running a zone beater or something like that, same thing. They can sit down in those zones. They can beat those zones. Jalen Hurts can take off and run. There's so many different things that this New York Giants team is going to have to worry about in comparison to that of the Philadelphia Eagles. And as we know, the Philadelphia Eagles have the tush push as well. If they get anything within 2 yards, they're going to be picking that up. So for me, it's tough. It's really tough not to like this Philadelphia Eagles team, even though it's a very chalky play. You know, this is also a New York Giants team who 5 times this season have lost by 14 or more points, where the Philadelphia Eagles have only beaten 2 teams by 14 or more points. But those teams were the Miami Dolphins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, and that kind of does let me into their mindset too, because it's like the Philadelphia Eagles get up for some of these games. And I do understand there aren't 3-game losing streaks. They're like they didn't get up for those games, but they weren't playing great football when the 49ers came into town. And the 49ers were playing the best football of the NFL. The 49ers also had revenge on their mind from the NFC Championship. So it's kind of a situational spot on top of that. And they just got a big shellacking. You know, if you remember my breakdown there, I was on the 49ers. Then the next week, they went into Dallas. If you remember my breakdown there, I was on the Cowboys. And the comment section was lighting me up about the Philadelphia Eagles. And no, it just wasn't. The Eagles were due to go on this skid. Okay, the Seahawks, I didn't exactly think the Seahawks were going to beat them. Did think the Seahawks would cover, but in road territory, you know, and in all actuality, I thought this Philadelphia Eagles defense improved greatly in that spot until the last drive. You know, Drew Lock made some good throws. DK Metcalf made a couple crazy plays. A couple of those passes maybe even should have been picked. That's just how the game goes sometimes. But now they're back in Philadelphia in front of that home crowd. They know they need to get this game because divisional with their matchup with the Cowboys right now. They're still trying to win the division. They're still got playoff seeding going on. There's a lot that rides on this game. So for me, I think it's too important of a game for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they're just that much of a superior team to the New York Giants. So the pick is the Philadelphia Eagles, the minus 13.5. And I also like A.J. Brown over 76.5 in the spot. So again, guys, I'm Matt Kowal from Sports Memo and Wager Talk. Check me out on Twitter at MoneyLineMatt8. Again, we got the same game parlay going. You definitely want to take advantage of that. But again, guys, you got any plays, you're taking anything else, if you're on the Giants, put that down below. You know, call your shot. But again, guys, Matt Kowal, Sports Memo and Wager Talk. Appreciate you guys stopping by, watching the video with me. Happy holidays, everyone. Hope you and your family have a great Christmas. Appreciate you tuning in all the time and all the support. Thank you for everything. Appreciate you guys. Matt Kowal, I'm out. Peace.